Welcome to moving elements through the Revit API. The very first thing I want to do is I want to select my element, and I'll just grab the element using the UI document and the document or the user interface of the document itself. Um, I'll need to get the instance of the element or the family instance, which is, um, if you know the difference between a type and an instance, the instance is the individual family instead of the type, which is the collection of the all of the families. We'll need to get the XYZ coordinate location of the family. Uh, so we'll get the point of the family instance that we've selected, and we'll get the location um, as a location point, and then that can be translated to an XYZ coordinate. So we'll get the original XYZ coordinate of what we currently selected. So that's the location point, um, and we'll get that point, which is an XYZ value. And the next thing we want to do is we want to get a new location with a new XYZ value. So we'll say location, name it something, new XYZ, give it something 10x, 10y, and 0z. We'll start using and start our transaction. We'll get the new transaction. We'll start, in our document, and we'll just name it new. So we want to start the transaction, and we're moving something, which is just a label. And then what are we moving? Let's say our element. So we're going to do an element. Okay, we'll do an element transform utils, and then we'll move the element. We'll get the document that we're working on, which is our current document, family instance, the identification number, and we'll tell it to move to our new location. And then we'll commit our transaction. And then let's just, for fun, kind of get some information. We'll get the old info plus what it was, the current location or the old location, in the new location, and we'll send that all to a string value. And we'll just show it in a task dialog. So we'll do task dialog dot show, and we'll go ahead and say this is a result and the info. So, oh, you know what? Last thing, this will crash on me if I start it right now. Actually, I have a method for this. I don't want to create a new one. I want to send it down to this method to select an element. Well, that would have been embarrassing. All right, so let's fire it up. We'll go through this. We haven't signed it. Obviously, we're still developing this. So we'll grab our test project where we have just some slabs, some columns, and some walls. And go through this add-in and go into the select. Okay, so let's move this column. It's got a point location, and we'll move it. Gives us the new and the old. And that's about it. All right, let's move on to moving with a line or curved element. Framing, walls, anything that's line based will have this. So let's do a wall. We'll want to get a wall. So we'll use our method of select element, and we'll select the wall. So we'll transform our element to a wall based element. We will get the wall location as a curved element, which is a line. We'll get a start XYZ and we'll give it a new location. And just give it some random x, y, and z coordinates, and give it an end value as well to kind of build up our new line that we're going to assign to it. So we'll just give it 20, 20, and 0. You can give it a z value if you'd like, or an elevation. You can put, the great part about this is these are basics, but you can really build on these. So we create our new line, and here's our new line. We want to create the bound, or the bounds of the boundary of the line, which is the start and the end of the line. And here we're going to start using our transaction, or actually update our Revit project. So we'll get the document, we'll label it something move, and we'll start the transaction, and just same label, just for generic purposes, kind of so that we know what we're doing. And we'll do the wall line and assign our new line to our old line and move the wall. So the new line just gets sent into the old line and gets overridden, and then we commit it, and we start Revit. Push our way through this signing an add-in. Do a lot of add-ins, so I got a lot of these. And I sign a handful of them, but you're always working on new stuff, so we'll get this thing started. Our little test project, which is not even a real building, it's just floating things. Go through this add-in of selecting a work set. And here we go. Here's our wall. So you got a wall just at a level. We'll select it. Okay. And boom, it moved. I'm assuming that's a 10, 20, 0, 20. Anyways, thank you for watching.